Hello, everybody. Welcome to FanView. Welcome to another episode. And we're sorry that we're not around last year. Last year. We're sorry we're not around last week. I had a wedding to attend to, and that's why we're not around. And today I'm here with my colleagues. Jesse, how are you doing? How was your weekend?
I'm fine. My weekend was good.
Okay. GB, for the first time you dropped points this season. How's your weekend been?
How are you? Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah, dropped points, but it's not the end of the world. Newcastle is a very good team. I guess we'll talk about it as we move on. So I'm good.
Okay. Belly, it feels good to be talking about to be on this show where United won for the first time. How are you doing?
I'm still same old. I'm not getting stuck up on top form. So I'm just there. I'm not too excited about the finish.
Okay, so the last time we were here, and now in between, so many crazy things have happened. Man United have seen a new owner that wants to buy them. Chelsea are making deals to sign Fofana. Anthony is going crazy at Ajax. Man City, I think Man City signed a new left back. Have you been here since Man City signed that left back? But no, Man City has signed a new left back to challenge Cancelo. So where do you start from? Jesse, we just received the news from Fabrizio saying Fofana and Leicester City and Chelsea have agreed deals concerning Fofana. How excited are you on this new signing? Hello, Jesse.
I think Fofana is a decent player. He's good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I said I think Fofana is a good player. He's a decent centre back, but the money is a bit much. 5 million for a centre back that has not played that much Premier League games is a little bit expensive. But at least I know we need some defensive reinforcements because if Thiago Silva gets injured, we don't have any decent centre backs in the club. So it will be a signing that I want to see how it works out. But I still think he was overpriced.
Okay. GB, last time we were here, you and K were saying something. We were talking about how Chelsea's midfield lacks creativity and everything. Do you think this is the right time for Chelsea to be going for a centre back instead of them going for a creative midfielder? Or
yeah, I think they need both, right? Because looking at it, like I think they are short of options, and it's obvious that Reece James is almost like Chelsea's best attacking source, like sometimes, and putting him at centre back role, I think right centre back. Is that what he's playing? Yes. Putting him there is kind of limiting some of his other attributes that he contributes to Chelsea, that he brings to Chelsea. So they actually need one, and then maybe getting a midfielder maybe next. Hopefully, there are still some days left in the transfer window. So I think signing the centre back, Fofana is good, and the money might just be a little bit too much to me too. But I think it's the right deal. I mean, they need a centre back. They play with 3 centre backs at once, so you have to have at least like 5, 6, because you play as many competitions as possible, especially by a big club like Chelsea. So all ends are needed on deck. So it's right to me.
okay, Pelly. We've been talking about Orenagri spoke about us needing to buy Fofana last season. Do you rate Fofana as a good player? And if we had not bought Martinez, or do you still think we need a centre back? Would you want us to go for him?
Fofana is a very good player. I'm one of his biggest fans. I've followed him from Saint-Etienne in France. I really rate the guy. I really like him. Yeah, he has a lot of potential. Right now, we don't need a centre back, in my opinion, because we have too many. And the ones we have, we can actually manage with what we have. So right now, I don't think we need a centre back. If we didn't sign Martinez, I don't think signing him too would be necessary for that amount of money because I think it's about 80 million thereabouts. So, because they said it's about to be the most expensive defender in history, so that's probably going to be more than Maguire's money. So it's about 80 something. I just feel that's kind of ridiculous, for a CB. So I don't think so.
Okay.
So Lazio is winning now, right? 2-1.
Okay, before we go into the Anthony saga with Ajax and everything, but your new signing, Sergio Gomez. What do you know about him? And
okay, so to be honest, I started playing left back like full time. Like, I don't say full time. Like last season was his first full season like as a left back. He started from Barca's youth team, and then moved to Dortmund, and then he was not able to get like enough playing time because of injuries, and then had to go to Wesker.
Did you get cut off?
yeah, I'm here.
GB left.
Is GBA?
No, I think he left.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay, it's back.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm so sorry. So I was talking about Sergio Gomez. So like I said, is a Barca's products like Barca's La Masia graduates. And then I think he had a competitive appearance for Barca before then he had to go to Dortmund. And then injuries. But all through he was playing as a winger, right? A winger and an attacking midfielder. And then when he went to Wesker too, I think. Well, so last season was his first season where he went to under company. So I think company was one. He said company gave me a call and said, see, I think he would really fit well at left back. And he went and he had a really successful season. I think about 11 assists, 7 goals, something. He was on penalty duties for Anderlecht. And I think I would say he's like a very, very talented guy. He can play several positions. So yeah, it's not like he's going to come into slot to be the first choice left back. Obviously, that's Cancelo's sport, but it's just to come like to provide some competition and be a player for the future.
Okay. Please, before we continue, let's tell the viewers, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I promise to read as much. The comment is saying, coming from Darren Obibi, my G, you guys are back. So that means you actually missed. That's good. So now we're moving to Anthony Saga before we start talking about the previews and everything. Jesse, I know everybody knows, we United fans, we know the money is too much for Anthony, paying him 90 million, paying Ajax 90 million and everything. But then when you look at this as from the point of view as a Chelsea fan, do you see it being Ajax being stupid to reject 90 million, or United being stupid to pay 90 million, or which one do you think is more stupid?
I think that it is in both ways, but it will be less on Ajax side because they've lost a lot of players this season, and he's an important part of their team because they are in the Champions League as well. They are playing in their league as well, so they need him to stay at the club because they've lost a lot of players. But I think at the end of the day, you need to consider the fact that you're paying 90 million for a player that is not going to immediately have like a direct impact. Because we can just say that Rashford had one good game, but that can be the start of something he might pick up from like the game against Liverpool. And if he starts performing and Sancho is performing as well, I don't think Anthony will have that room to come into the team straight away. So that'll be paying 90 million for a player that will end up on the bench. So I think he's halfway. But I think Ajax are less, as you used, stupid to accept the 90 million.
No, but then Jesse, we United fans, I feel like the reason why United are going all in for this deal is because number one, the Glazers are under pressure. Finally we have a owner that we have someone that wants to buy the club from the Glazers, and then it's like the Glazers are trying to like find ways to appease the fans, to appeal the fans to say, oh, okay, we're still interested in this club, and that's why they're paying 50 million for Ajax. I mean, to Ajax for Anthony. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like
I
it's more
understand. That is the same thing as Chelsea. So they are trying to splash cash, and me, I don't think that is a smart move. Just because you have the money and you want to like show the fans that you still care about the club, or you are willing to spend money on the club. I don't think it's a smart thing just to be splashing money, and that's how the market has now been inflated. So players are going for stupid amount of money. Fofana is going for 75 million plus add-ons and all that stuff. So 90 million for a player that is not Premier League proven. If he was coming like from another Premier League club that he was doing really well, yeah, maybe. But he's not. He hasn't played in that type of intense competition before in Premier League. So paying 90 million for that type of gamble, I don't think is a smart move.
Okay. Pelly. Pelly.
Yeah, what's up? Sorry.
Okay, so Ten Hag, when you speak about Anthony, I feel like when Ten Hag was coming to United, I felt like the two players that he was going to bring was going to be Timber and Anthony. Because when you hear news from the Netherlands, you hear people saying that when Anthony first came, he was just raw talent, and then Ten Hag made him the player that he is and everything. Do you think United are right going all in for a player that Ten Hag really wants? And if you feel that right, I asked the money for 100 million. Yeah, would you want United to pay for the 100 million for Anthony, or is there a lie where you draw like, oh no, we shouldn't do this, we should just move on and look for another player?
Well, United trying to pay 90 million for Anthony. Like I said, this club is just very poorly run. Like, because we had the opportunity to sign him for about 60 million 2 months ago, and now they are just going there.
Hello, Jesse. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, Spelly.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Sorry, my network is fucked up. Yeah, as I was saying, so them paying 90 million for him now, I don't know, like, to me, it's not what it. I'd rather we go for like Gakpo for about 30-something million and use the minimum to reinforce our other positions, because Anthony for 90 million is quite too much. Like, it's coming from the Netherlands league. Like, it's a league that is not really rated like that, and it won't really give you good involvement. It's more like a team player, and you know what I'm saying. But I won't say they're right, because if they had gone for him like 2 months ago, as at the time, because Mickey Terang was coming, he made it clear to them that, okay,
yeah, you wanted Anthony.
That I want is De Jong and Anthony. He already told them before he even left Ajax. So if Man U was the serious club like City, they would have signed him from them, because according to Anthony, he already told Ajax that he wants to leave since February, not waiting till the final week of the window and start throwing bids up and down. It's just a shambles.
Yeah, okay, but then if do you think this is a Ten Hag's decision now whereby he's going okay just throw all the transfer budget on Anthony, or do you
This
think
is
it's the club just trying to please the fans?
this is the Glazer strategy. They are just like, if you even notice, it's working. The Casemiro deal, it worked. All the old Glazers out,
Yeah.
all the movement is dead. It's dead in the water. Like, it's not as hot as it was last week. So like, I'm sure
No,
it
but
will
then
not.
but then Pelly, when Casemiro came on the stadium, if you listen closely, we were hearing United fans shouting Glazers out, Glazers out.
Yes,
We don't
yes,
we
they
want
said
Glazers
it
out.
now. Yes, they said it,
So
but
I,
like the movement is not as hot as last week. Like, obviously, it's not like everybody just stop saying, okay, we don't want Glazers. So there will still be a good number of people that will say we still want Glazers out, but it won't just be as much as like last week was really really serious. Like, Glazers was trending on Twitter #1 for like a whole week. It was everywhere, but now it's not as hot as before. Everybody has gone quiet. We sent Casemiro, so people are pleased. If you send Anthony, more people will be pleased. So like, this is a strategy that the Glazers have been doing over the past years, and it keeps on working. They're not buying Anthony now because, okay, Ten Hag wants him. They're throwing on the money because they know to please the fans. So that's one way I feel.
what I'm about to say is that I feel like the reason why the Glazers out trend is not trending now is because our next home game is like next 2 weeks. Is after our next two games.
Okay,
So
wait. Can I ask a
I
question? There was a movement saying empty Old Trafford for Liverpool's game, and Liverpool's game, Old Trafford was not looking empty at all. In fact, it was
no,
looking.
but then the 1958, the people that organized the protest said this is not a protest to empty Old Trafford. This is a protest just outside. That's what it was. Other people that were saying we should empty Old Trafford. But then the 1958 said if it would be unfair making Old Trafford, making Liverpool feel at home in Old Trafford, and that's the reason why the Old Trafford was not empty. Like the 1958 group already cancelled it. Shout out to them, by the way. So I don't think the Casemiro
Yeah,
dude is working or anything. Okay, but
is
then
that not
moving
a
on.
thing? No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, moving on. I'm moving on to this weekend's matches, and tomorrow by 12:30, Southampton is playing United, and just coming back from a win. Pelly, what are you expecting tomorrow?
I'm not expecting anything as a fan, but I have no expectations for this club. But if you're asking me based on an analyst or something, I expect Man U to win tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if they decide not to win, that's their problem, honestly. But they should be winning for.
Pelly, we just beat Liverpool. You should be up for this.
Nah, man. This is where you set yourself up. This is what they want to rope you back in so that you hurt yourself even more. But I'm not going to fall for that. I can't. I'm sorry.
Jesse, I mean, we just beat Liverpool, one of our biggest rivals, people that embarrassed us last season. Before we move into the Southampton game, what did you see from United that you haven't seen in a while? Yeah, you haven't seen this season. Let's put it that way. What did you see from them in that game? Hello, Jesse.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I saw goals.
Okay.
I saw goals. United have not scored this season,
So,
so at least they were able to score. They would have attacking threats. I think that Liverpool were short-handed because their midfield was really poor. Was really really poor, and the selection of players. I don't know why he decided not to start Fabinho. So I won't say that United played that good, but I just think Liverpool were just really poor. But United's defense, I have to give them credit. They played as if they wanted to win that game. You could see how Lisandro Martinez was putting his body on the line for like United multiple times. Varane was there, he was solid. So I think defensively United improved a lot. But overall, yeah, there was an improvement, but it was not something that you should um hold that high.
okay. GB, last Man U Liverpool on Monday. We're just going to talk about that. Was there any tactical stuff you saw from Ten Hag in that match, or do you just think it was just the passion from the players that just brought it out and Liverpool's midfield was weak, like Jesse said?
Yeah, left to me, I think Jesse was there the day I was telling Zam that I do not believe that passion alone can win you games. So personally, I felt like Ten Hag had the plan, like a clear plan from the beginning, starting Elanga, Rashford, and Sancho. So I think he actually planned to press aggressively, and then one thing, and really make sure that Man U were able to win the second balls, because the GR in that match was no longer trying to play its shots, right? Because playing its shots was inviting so much pressure, and that's not what you do. That's not what you want to do against Liverpool. Like, they are literally, I don't know, like the best side at pressing in the whole league, and you don't want to play out from the back, especially when your keeper is not confident enough. So
Leeds.
what's my you? Okay, yeah, aside Leeds anyway.
Leeds.
So wait. So what Man U actually did was, when they play the ball long, try to attack aggressively for the second balls. If the ball doesn't get to them, then press aggressively. And then one thing that was very evident, I think, especially in the first goal, was just how Ten Hag wants his team to play, right? So the ball was with Fernandes, and he switched the play over to the other side. And then you saw the fullback running ahead. Then, who was the person that made the cut, the square pass back to Sancho? That should be
Elanga.
Malacia.
Yeah,
it
was Elanga, right?
Yeah.
Elanga.
Okay, so you saw that run from the winger going to the byline, cutting it back, and then Sancho was actually very calm enough to actually stop the ball and then pick a spot. And I think with the second half, I think he tried to sit back a little bit and then brought in Martial, because personally, I think I say it very often. I feel Martial really helps Rashford to play better, because Martial plays in a way that he's a striker, but he can actually drop off into spaces where Rashford can then enter and then be able to feed off his movements. I think Rashford is a really good off the ball winger, right? Like, it's someone that sees spaces and then enter, because second half when Martial came in, it was like we're seeing under Rashford. Rashford was so different, because he was able to get into those spaces, and then I think Martial helped the assist, and then Rashford really took the goal well. So the most important is, after the two goals, then there was this side of Man U that really tried to fight back and then stay in the game. I think shout out to Martinez. I think he really had a nice game. And then Malaysia too. Sorry, I said Malaysia.
Malacia.
Malaysia. So I think I think it's a good performance from Manchester United, but I still wait to see when they play against teams that will allow Man U to have most of the ball, like where they do not have to counter attack that much, like playing against Southampton next, where you're going to be in possession, right? And then let's see what you're going to do with it. Because Man U is still an attacking team, for all I know. So I don't know what happens when you are the one in control of the possession. You have to create the chances. We have to wait and see, right? Tomorrow.
Yeah. Belly. But before I come into you, but I think what I'm going to say about United is that now that we have a better DM, a good DM in Casemiro, that gives our players more freedom to go forward. So I feel like when we have Bruno and Eriksen, there's no how we're not going to create for Rashford, Sancho, and Martial.
The thing is, I just feel like when you're trying to beat out from the back, right? Casemiro is not so much good in bringing the ball to the back,
that's just my problem. Yeah.
So I think the plan is, I'm guessing, I'll wait to see tomorrow. I don't know if Casemiro is going to play at any point, but I think he should. I think it's just going to be about when the ball is in possession and when it's not. If it's in possession and you're playing out from the back, I think it will be Eriksen that is going to drop deep and try to take the ball and then move it out. And then when you're out of possession, you have Casemiro protecting the back line. So it's something, or I don't know if it's going to be Casemiro and Fred, probably because they have this understanding in the Brazil national team. I think Casemiro really brings a little bit of an element of, how would I say it, trying to know what's going to happen next. But tomorrow, I think tomorrow should really give an insight into what's going to happen.
Okay. Okay. Wait. If I come to you, Jesse, you support Chelsea and you support Real Madrid. Like, can we just know what you feel like Casemiro is going to add into this Man U team? And his fault here. What do you think is not really good at that?
I think he's going to bring a good balance to your midfield. So you won't get caught out when you lose possession higher up the field. That's what he's really good at that. But I think his one problem is how he's most times rushed when he's playing football. So he dives into tackles, and he playing in the Premier League is different from playing in La Liga, where he's playing in the best team, so he's going to control most games. When like he plays against the likes of Crystal Palace and all those
I
teams,
mean, sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you there. I mean, in his interview, he said the reason why he likes the Premier League is because the referees are fair. Isn't that they make sure football is a is a contact sport? I was laughing at this.
he's going to see that it's not the same thing. And then people like Koulibaly have seen that already now. They have seen that it's
Yeah.
different. Like you can get a red card very easily. So I think if he's as rash as he is at Madrid, it'd be a problem. But I think he can control himself. So he's going to be a really good signing for United.
Okay. Pelly.
Also,
Pelly. Okay, so we as United fans, I think like on Monday we saw. Yeah, I was going to answer the last question on United. On Monday we saw fighting spirit from the team, which we've not seen in a long time, and that I feel like that's what gives most United fans hope. Someone like him, that what gives me hope because I saw fighting spirit and everything. With the punishment that Ten Hag gave them on this thing, and we also heard that he took part of the punishment and everything. Do you feel like if this team can come together, they could achieve something really big this season? And your score prediction tomorrow?
well, I feel like the set of players that played against Liverpool had quite a number of people that had those like fighting spirits. Normally, like Varane normally has that fighting spirit. Martinez, Malacia, you know how that Malacia said you see it in his feet, like he's very hungry and everything.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like the ones we have been playing before with them, them. Like those ones that just they don't like have that fighting spirit. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, I know that Ten Hag had the part to play in giving them that mentality, but I feel like that change he made really helped the team. So I can't really say that okay, it can make them win something. I'm not really expecting anything from them this season. Maybe winning the Europa League. That's the best they can do. But yes, it will like help them in a way this season if they continue like this. My score prediction for tomorrow. Well, I think United to win 2-1. Yeah.
Okay. Just your score prediction.
I'm going to go judging like it's a 12:30 fixture, so early fixtures. You know, it's always like banana skins. And
Yeah.
I've noticed that these big teams they've decided to be performing in derbies now. Then the rest they'll be doing anyhow. So I think it will end 3-1 Southampton. I'm sorry.
Okay. I will the other guys go to. Okay. So we're moving to
Wow. Everyone has left.
yeah, I think it's connection.
Everyone has left.
It's network issues. I'm moving to
And I'm mad as
what's wrong with you? I'm moving to Chelsea. Clearly you're not happy about you're not happy against it, how it ended and everything. What was your reaction after the match? Huh?
I was not surprised by like, the outcome of the match. I had the feeling that was going to happen because Chelsea are the can decide to perform this week and do rubbish next week. But I just think that the game was lost when the game we lost started losing that game when Edward Mendy made that schoolboy error. I don't know what he was thinking about. I think that was when he said that was where Chelsea started losing from. And when we considered that goal, we said playing so sluggishly, you could see that they had already been defeated in their mind. So it was a very tough afternoon for Chelsea. The game was, I think we really lost that in the midfield. Because Jorginho is not press resistant. Conor Gallagher too. From what I saw, I'm not trying to rain be negative, but I don't know if he's going to be the guy that will take Chelsea to that next level in our midfield, because he looked kind of confused at many aspects of the game. So having two non-press resistant midfielders and having Leeds press the way they were pressing, they were overrun in the midfield, and it was too late before Tuchel made some changes, and the changes were not even they were not even impactful changes. There was no change in the way we played. They played so sluggishly. So yeah, it was a really bad day for Chelsea. But I'm hoping that we can bounce back.
Okay. Belly.
What's up?
Okay, this season, when you look at Chelsea, do you worry about Chelsea, or do you worry for Chelsea, or do you think to get that signings and then they'll be all right, or do you think Tuchel is being found out?
Well, do I think Tuchel is what?
He's being found out.
Well, Chelsea, I actually worry about them, to be honest, because they need reinforcements in that midfield. And like Jesse said, I don't think they can put their money on Gallagher. Like, in my opinion, he should be going for another loan self. Or if he wants to be in Chelsea, he's meant to be inside the team. But it should not be like the next person to look to when you see that, okay, Kovacic and this person is not available. Because now Kovacic and Kante are out now. What's going to happen? There's nobody in that midfield that is very convincing to me. The Kovacic is about okay, fine, but I'm not saying he's going to injure again, but we all know he's injury prone. So like, what happens when he's out? Kante to injury prone. Like, your two good midfielders that are actually creative are both injury prone. So what's going to happen? You don't have any other creative midfielder there to me, sure. So I really think that midfield is a worry for them. They are 4-3, same thing. They don't have a striker for crying out loud. Like, come on. I don't know what Havertz like. I've not really understood what exactly Havertz brings to that team. Like, I still don't understand that guy as a player. So, and Sterling, well, Sterling, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. Because Sterling is the kind of player that needs 10 chances to score one. And Chelsea, they are like, they don't really create chances that much. Like, the few chances they get, they need to take them. And I don't think Sterling is the person they should be looking up to. Like, there has to be somebody up there that you know that, okay, yes, when he gets those chances, he will bag it, he will make those goals. So, yeah, like, the attack that midfield, they still need reinforcement. And by reinforcement, I feel like they should sign the right players, not just sign new players anyhow. Do you understand? And the defense, they've got it for Fana now, so okay, I guess they are okay there. But they still need at least two forwards, a striker and a winger, in my opinion, and a midfielder. So I actually worry for them. I genuinely don't think they'll make top 4 this season. But let's just see.
What do you think? What do you think is wrong with Gallagher? Because last season it was like one of the best players in the league and everything. And then now that he has come to Chelsea, do you feel like he needs more time, or or what you saw that day was just it? Or like, no, this guy cannot just make it in this thing.
I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I think that Gallagher always brought energy. He still brings energy to a team, but there's this cutting edge that you see in a player once he starts playing. In Crystal Palace, if you notice, if you watch their games in depth, Gallagher, I won't say he was not that effective in the final third, but it was something close to that. If you notice very well, he was just that player that brought enough energy to the team, which Crystal Palace needed. And now when he's in Chelsea, he there are many players that will bring the other energy. So if you don't have the cutting edge, I don't think you can make it in the team. I think I use Billy Gilmore as an example. Immediately when he came into the Chelsea team, and you could see like there was this quality that the midfielder had as a midfielder. The way he was able to move the ball from defense to attack, and the way he was able to escape pressure easily. Yeah, you could see that this was a player that has that potential. So I hope that he can adapt to Chelsea's standard over time. But is something that we have to wait and see.
Okay. Pelly.
What's up?
Okay, so there are two teams playing tomorrow, Chelsea and Leicester, and Leicester has only gotten 1 point, I think, from the last 3 games. They played Brentford, they played
Arsenal.
Arsenal, and they played Southampton. Um, a lot of people said this season is going to be very difficult for them, and the club isn't really spending much on Berger Rogers on the team. Do you worry that Leicester could be part of the relegation teams, people fighting for relegation, or do you think Berger Rogers could do okay and just make them better?
Well, I don't think Leicester would be in the relegation battle, honestly, but they are going to have a really tough season because like they need to wake up. Like every single Premier League team is spending money, getting players, and like mid-table teams are bringing like other like the best players in other leagues. Like they really need to like step up and you know. So if they want to compete, but Rodgers is not a magician. He's a good coach, but he's not a magician. They cannot expect him to like be competing at the top level, like compete for top 7, top 6 when they're not spending money. So they are going to have a difficult season. They are going to definitely struggle. To be like last season, I don't think it will be that bad that they will be fighting for relegation.
Okay. Jesse. So Chelsea are
Yeah.
linked with a striker in Aubameyang. Do you want him, or do you feel like there's a better striker they could have gone for? Because I had the Chelsea fan here in my house saying Newcastle are getting Isaac for 60 million. Why can't Chelsea go for Isaac? So what do you think?
Uh, I don't think Isaac is not a terrific striker. Last season, you could see that he only scored 6 goals in the whole of the league. So I don't think he's going to be that guy that will give us the goals that we want, which we need. And Aubameyang is a guy that has gone around the world and he has scored goals in different leagues, multiple leagues. He hasn't done bad in Barca. We need to
Yeah.
remember that he has been really good for Barca. I just think it's just a case of them getting Lewandowski and the level that Lewandowski is above him. So that's
Mhm.
why he's being linked to other clubs. But I think before I said that I didn't want Aubameyang, well, I think we really need him right now because uh, I don't understand our front line right now. I just think Tuchel is getting it wrong by playing midfielders out wide. Like I don't. Well, I think we really need Aubameyang. I'm just going to say leave it at that because we need goals at the end of the day. Against Leeds in second half, we had too many chances. Even from the first half, Sterling had chances. He missed. He had chances and he did not do anything with it. So, and in the second half, when we were losing 2-0, we see our chances and they were still missing. I just think we need that striker that has that killer instinct in the box to finish off balls for us.
Okay, so your score predictions were
For the game against Leicester. This is a difficult one because I know whenever teams play Chelsea, they decide to start playing like their prime backer. So I'm going to go for 3-2 Chelsea.
3-2. Pelly, score predictions.
I'll go for Chelsea 2-1. Chelsea 2-1.
Okay, Chelsea 2-1. Okay, so now I'm moving to Man City, Crystal Palace. Pelly, when you watch the game against Man City and Newcastle, I mean Newcastle is a very good team. What went wrong for Man City in that game? Because at the point they were losing 3-1 and then they came back. Well, they were leading at first and then they all of a sudden they started losing 3-1 and then they came back. What do you think went wrong from that part where they were leading 1-0 and they started losing 3-1? Because they
Well, I
were
don't,
okay.
because no, talk.
I said because they were not playing well at that moment. So I don't even understand how Lucas just came and then
I just really think because just caught Man City sleeping. Like, I don't know, just like you said, they just stopped playing well. I don't know if they felt like they had control of the game because they saw Newcastle as a small team, and I don't know. I feel like they underestimated them and they were just too comfortable. And Newcastle, being a very, very good team, took them by surprise and just took the game to them. And it all just happened so fast. So, and I don't know, like as you said, Newcastle is a really good team. Like the hour is actually doing a very good job. Like he's really not getting the appraisal from the pundits. Like nobody's really turning their attention to him and Graham Potter because they're actually doing a fantastic job. So I just think Newcastle are just fantastic.
Okay. So Jesse, we're moving to this weekend now. Man City, Crystal Palace. We all know Crystal Palace gives Man City tough time almost every season. Tomorrow, what danger could Crystal Palace bring to Man City?
Yeah, they have their usual threats.
No.
Police attacking, but I think that he's better than them. So I think he's going to come out guns blazing against them, and it will be a tough time for Crystal Palace.
Oh, so is okay. So you think City are way better than Crystal Palace?
I think tomorrow Pep will want to prove that he's way better than them, and he's going to do it.
GB, you are finally back.
See, I don't know what's wrong. My phone.
It's like the network issues is all over Nigeria because even my network is really, really bad, but I just manage. But then we're talking about City and we're talking about Newcastle. How do you feel the game? How do you feel that Man City were able, like, what happened? How did Man City lose that lead from 1-0 to 3-1? Was it the house brilliance or was it Man City?
Yes, actually. Don't let me like take away from it. The house brilliance, like the fact that number one, Newcastle at home, and then St. James's Park is like a really, really, should I say, like hostile stadium at times when it wants to be, and they really like pressed City like from the forefront, like they played on the forefront. They were not like let's come back, sit and defend and try to soak up. Like they wanted the ball, they wanted to attack the ball, and then as Pep said, sometimes when you are playing against a team like that, you need some kind of players that they can help you to slow the game down, right? So you mentioned that Foden is a runner, Alan is a runner. If we had someone like Mahrez or Grealish that could, take a little bit of time with the ball, but what was happening was we attack, we don't get to use the chance, and then the counter. And what a game that Saint Maxima, like Saint, what do you call it, Maxime, or I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Saint Maximan.
But he had a fantastic game. Like he was just running at Walker all through the game. Like I've never seen Walker so disturbed like that, like for a long while. Like he was just terrorizing the entire side. Like Walker, and in fact, not just Walker, anybody that came his way like this, it was just terrorizing everybody. Like he had like 3 assists, like FPL wise, but I'm sure like he had
I'm not
nothing less than.
Walker's problem.
I'm telling you, like Walker struggled almost all through. And then we came out after half time, still trying to find our pace, and then Trippier scores a beautiful free kick. Like so it's just like that. Like personally, that match I was like, see, this is the kind of match that I just like, oh, you're just going to lose this one. Like it's just one of those days. But we tried to come back into the game, and when it was 3-3, I actually thought we were going to score one more. I think Alan lost the chance, and yeah, I think it was a really, really exciting game. Like I see Newcastle as a very, very good team, honestly. Like they could actually cause problems for anybody in the league, going by what I saw that day. And now they've added this sack to the team, so it's a team that is actually developing fine.
Okay, sorry, GB, we'll come back to Man City. But Pelly.
Yeah, I'm here trying.
Like when you hear them talk about Saint Maximan and when you watch Saint Maximan, does this just give you the idea of why is Man U wasting time on Anthony when they could have gone from Saint Maximan?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really say because Anthony is Terrence calling, not Man U. It's not Man U's call. It's Terrence call. So, and I don't know. I don't really see Maximan as a system player. He's very good. He's very good on the ball and everything. So he's very good, dribbling, beating players and everything. But I don't really see him as a system player, to be honest.
Yeah,
So
I think what really messes up his game. Sorry to cut you short, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Continue.
Yeah, so I feel like what really messes up his game is just that inconsistency, right? Like it could be playing like on our duo today, and next week is like you can't even find him on the pitch anymore. So it's just that little bit of inconsistency, and
Yeah,
I think most of that
it
is
reminds
down
me
to
of this guy that was at Crystal Palace, Bolasi.
Bolasi.
Yeah. So like it's the kind of player that you want to watch, right? Like if the ball is at his feet, you're like, oh, what is this guy going to do next? But a little bit of Adama Traore too, right? It's like if Traore is on fire, he's dribbling, he's picking everybody off the ball.
Solo output in the final third.
Like it's even worse than Maxima, but Sinaza is like somehow close. Because honestly, if that guy could just add output to his game, really, like that guy is something else. Like it's the kind of like winger that every coach before a match you tell their fullback like, see, I leave it to the hands of God. Just pray that this guy is not on his A game today, because if he is on his A game, he can terrorize anybody, like anybody in the league.
And I think a lot of that is down to the fact that he has been injured a lot in the past few seasons since he moved to Newcastle.
Okay, GB, what am I able to ask what problems? Because I feel like while in the Premier League, we always expect the team to give us problems. But then
yes, of course, now you can't win every match, right?
Yeah. So, but like Crystal Palace coming to Etihad tomorrow, and I think Crystal Palace are one of the tricky teams that always face Man City.
It's not you think they are like we've the last 4 games at home and we've lost 2, and it's just to them.
Okay, so what danger do you think they bring that City has won't be able to cope with?
I think the one big problem with City is once you're able to counter-attack them and you're able to do this freely, like you do the first time and it's almost leads to a goal, you do the second time, you do the third time, then there's just this element of danger there, right? Like that's just the only thing because when you play against City, you don't expect to have possession anyway. And when you're able to like make use of almost all the chances you have, then there's going to be a problem. And that's what happens with Crystal Palace. Last year, I think Laporte was a little bit stupid. He had a red card when we're leading. I think we're leading. Or I can't remember the particular scoreline when he had the red card. And then thank God Zaha will not be playing tomorrow. So it's a little bit of one man left out.
Why is
But
he playing?
still, I think he's injured.
Yes. I saw he posted a
Yes.
trendy picture.
I saw something like that when I was trying to prepare for my FPL. So I saw something like he's injured and so he's not expected to start.
Wait, GB, okay, you're talking about the counter-attacking this thing. Do you think
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
do you think Man City don't have the personnel to stop that, or do you just think it's the way
No,
Pep plays?
no, we do because it's because of counter attacks. That's why we actually see our fullbacks staying close to Rodri, right? So that we can have enough people. Because what Pep believes is you have a faster route to like get into dangerous positions if you attack centrally than when you attack from the width, right? So when you're attacking from the width, like it takes a longer route to get to the box compared to when you're going like centrally. So that's why you see we have two centre backs. That's what Arsenal too is trying to do. Because if you're a team that you get to have lots of possession, you are always susceptible to counters, right? Because you are always in possession of the ball. That's the only thing the opponent has to do. So even Arsenal, what they're trying to do is having two centre backs and then having three in front of them, 2-3-5, something like that, so that you can at least choke up the central of the pitch. But one thing about that system is the moment the opposition has a player that is ready to run at wherever he meets on the wing, anytime, any day, there's going to be a problem. With Zaha, that's been one of the biggest problems with City because Zaha is a kind of winger that on his day can take on any fullback in the league and can almost beat you every time. Same with this guy that we just talked about. Maximan, right? Yeah. So like when we play against teams that are like that, it's usually very, very tricky. So that's why Crystal Palace has always been tricky on this one.
Okay, so your score prediction for tomorrow's game.
I don't know, 1-0, 2-0. I just feel like it's going to be tight.
Okay, Jesse.
I'm going to go 3-0 City.
Thank
Belly.
you. Don't trust us.
No, I
Belly.
think Pep is ready for them tomorrow. And he was
Yeah, I
also proud.
I think we don't want to drop 2 points.
When he said they asked him about Crystal Palace and he said we won the league. It was really proud.
Yeah, okay. You watched the press conference, right?
Belly.
Ready.
Yeah, I'm here.
Score prediction.
City 2, Crystal Palace 1.
Okay. My score prediction is 3-1 City. So now we're going to Liverpool. Liverpool hasn't been able to win this season. GB, you're the one closer to them. What do you think has gone wrong for Liverpool this season? Because they've been playing well. I don't think they played well against United, but they played well against Crystal Palace. And they played well. They played a little bit well against Fulham.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think is going wrong with them?
So, like left me, right? I think they have injuries problems, right? Like I wouldn't say so many injuries problems because some of these midfielders that they have that are injured, they are not even guys that would probably even start like on normally like Chamberlain or Keita. They're not like first team names. But missing Thiago is actually like a very, very big.
What did you say?
Missing Thiago is like a very, very big miss for them.
What did Jesse say?
So I don't know.
Jesse, what did you say? Okay, carry on.
So Thiago is like a very big miss for them.
Continue.
And then okay, yeah, sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, and then this Joe Gomez Van Dijk. See, I feel Liverpool actually have some players that I do not know what to call it, but I just feel like they're a little bit like not as turned up as they used to be. Like Arnold while defending, Van Dijk of recent, and like those two are still like they're like my biggest culprits. And then Liverpool has been conceding first. Like they've done that like consecutively for like the last 7 games now. So like there's an element of switching off early and they're not being able to like get themselves back into the game. I still believe that with time they should be able to get better, but this league is just so weird that something like this has happened to Liverpool some seasons like ago, and then we saw how they really struggled almost until getting to the end of the season. So I really don't know what is happening. Like I cannot say exactly. I think Jesse should probably have something more insightful, but left to me, I feel like it's just weird, right? And Van Dijk has been weirdly poor too.
Okay, Pelly. Pelly.
Yeah, also.
Pelly. Liverpool. I feel like one of the things that has gone wrong for them this season is that transfer window. They haven't been able to buy the players that they needed. Do you think that transfer window has been the problem, or you just think it's just the one of they're going to get over it?
Well, I feel like the transfer window has really been disappointing because they only signed Nunes and that Cavallo guy. So, and I feel like the midfield is a real worry because besides Thiago, we don't really have any other person. Thiago is injury prone. So, but I think they'll still be fine, sure. I really think what's just worrying them now is their 4-3 hasn't really, clicked and gelled. I feel like they're lacking chemistry in that 4-3. Like, Mane really left a big hole in that 4-3. And I said it when he was going that Mane is like Salah is the one under the limelight. Is the one everybody's talking about. But to me, Mane is more important than Salah in that thing. That's what I feel. And I knew for a fact that if they lose him, they will regret it. Like, they will really feel it in their own. Yeah, so I just feel like that just was lacking in that their attack. They are really missing Sadio. So, but I think they'll still be fine. I think over time, that 4-3 will build connection, with chemistry, and they'll be okay. But I don't think this season they would drag it with Man City like normally. I don't think so. But they'll be fine.
Okay. Jesse, I don't know if you've been saying this on the internet. We've been saying club 7 seasons calls and everything. That every time he has been in 7th season in a club, he has always failed and has always gotten sacked. Do you worry for Liverpool this season? Do you worry for club? And I know before the Man United game, you're telling me people are saying money is the reason why they're doing like this, and you feel that's not the reason. You feel Luis Diaz is there to take over. Have you changed your mind, or you're still confident in Luis Diaz?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I think what Pelly said is right. I think that it's just a matter of them gelling together and playing as a team. You can see that Nunez has not come in. He has been coming in and going out, coming and going out as of the season starting. So I just think it's a case of them gelling together. I think that when club bring out that output that we know Liverpool can. I just think that this is like beginning of the season problems. But honestly, I do worry for Liverpool. I think their midfield is really poor. Because even if Thiago comes back, knowing that as Pelly said, Thiago is injury prone, you cannot trust him to play out the whole season. I don't think they have that depth in midfield. And you can see that each game after game, one letting players go in between the run, get runs out of their defense. The goal that Zaha, like their defense is also suffering because of their midfield being poor right now. So I just think Klopp needs to sign another midfielder. I can see like he's still being stubborn, like in a way. And I respect it because you obviously want to sign the right player. You don't just want to panic buy. But I think that he needs to strengthen like at this point in time. He doesn't need to think that this player is the one that is going to come and change. He just needs to get squad depth. James Milner is almost 60 years old and he's still playing 13 games against Man U. That is a problem. When you see, and you can see also Elliott too. He's a young player. He hasn't been experienced in playing in that high level of a derby, and he was putting starting lineup straight in. So I think that is a real problem. So I worry if Liverpool don't sign a midfielder before the transfer window is over. I do worry. I actually worry for them this season.
Okay. GB, please just round it up. Bournemouth has had a very, very, very difficult start. I mean, they played Aston Villa and they played City and they played Arsenal and now they're playing Liverpool. Do you think they can join the party in getting a point from Liverpool? Do you think tomorrow is a time Liverpool bounces back in Anfield? And plus,
honestly,
okay.
okay.
And plus your
Please.
score prediction.
Okay. Honestly, tomorrow is at Anfield.
Yeah.
Oh God, no. Like I personally, like I do not want to believe like there's any chance for Bournemouth like to do anything. Like I just see like a big spanking because like City beat them what 4-0, Arsenal 3-0,
Yeah.
Liverpool that is like any small thing like this. Liverpool's how would I say Liverpool's like I don't know the animal should I say has been that is hot right now and is looking for someone to transfer aggression on. And like this match is coming at like the best time. They're at home against the weaker side, and they really have to make a statement because they do not believe losing to Man United at that point was something that they would have wanted. So like this presents a perfect opportunity for like a 5-0 or a 6-0. But it's still the league, right? And anything can happen. But honestly, I really expect a spanking tomorrow. Something like I'm going to predict 4-0.
Jesse. Hello. Okay, Pelly.
Today's network is just messed up.
Yeah.
Go for 3-0.
3-0. I'm going. Okay, Jesse, your score prediction, Liverpool Bournemouth. Jesse.
What's up? Yes,
Huh?
now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'll say really get. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Hello?
Okay. I don't ready for the Premier League, yes. So, and I think that the fixtures are not many. They are going to lose.
Tonight is very weird.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think we can hear you now.
Just
you
say
might
your
have
score
to
prediction.
recap.
Hello?
Oh God.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I was
Jesse.
saying that I don't think
Okay.
Bournemouth are ready for the So, okay, my score prediction, I think 5. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. we can
five
hear
what?
you.
I'm going 5-1.
Okay,
Honestly.
but I don't know. For some reason, I've seen a tight game, so I'm going 2-1 Liverpool. Now I'm moving to Arsenal, the league leaders. I mean, they've not lost, they've not drawn, they've just been winning and everything.
Have they considered?
Have they? No, they haven't.
I don't.
Arsenal has considered. Wow.
Has Arsenal considered?
Yes, they have. Yes.
Okay.
They played 4-2 to Leicester.
Oh yes.
I mean,
yes.
so
Arsenal against Leicester now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arsenal are doing this thing. Arsenal are really on fire this time around. So there's only one question and there's only one way to start it. GB, can Arsenal win the league?
No.
Wait, why no?
I feel they're like us. Why? Because right now I feel Arsenal is the working progress, right? the crop of players that they have, it's going to be very nice when they win. But when, in a season, not every time is going to be sweet, right? You're going to have difficult moments. And so when the time for such difficult moments come, I feel like Arsenal are going to crumble because they still have this crop of players that are so talented. With some experience of Jesus out today. So I feel like Arsenal actually are going to go far, probably top 4. But over a 38 game season and then try to win the league and be so consistent, some point this season, they might have to get used to having bad results. And I don't think that will be enough for them to win the league. As a matter of fact, I still believe Liverpool will finish ahead of Arsenal.
Definitely.
Jesse, we know you don't really like Arsenal and everything, but then Arsenal be same. Arsenal be very, very impressive, and that league leaders. I mean, you said before, I think you did predict Arsenal to finish top 4. You said it was going to be Chelsea at Tottenham. Now that you've seen them play and you've seen them start the season, has your mind changed? And if not, why has it not changed? And if it has, why has it changed?
Well, my mind has not still changed. Maybe after this game against Fulham, if they are putting a convincing result, like a convincing performance, my mind might be changed. But because the caliber of opponents they faced, like no disrespect to the teams they faced, but they have not been in the best of form. So I leave it at that. My mind has not changed as of right now. Well, we'll see after the Fulham game.
I wish K was here.
Yes, I wish K was here.
Because I know Fulham is going to give them more of a challenge that they faced against any team this season. Because the Fulham team, they look energized, they look ready to play this season. They look ready to play anything. They're ready to play anything this season. So I think that'll be their first challenge this season, their first test this season.
Okay, Paddy.
Yeah, also.
But said something that really made sense to me now. He said when the tough time comes and Arsenal would crumble and everything. But then I think from the way I see it and the way Arsenal fans might see it, they might see it as this season they have leaders in that team now. Like they have players that has won the league and could help them doing that. Okay.
Okay, this is answer. Okay. Continue.
So what is it?
No, let's
Yeah,
look
continue.
at something about. But continue.
Yes, do you see from that point of view, or do you feel like when the tough time comes to really crumble? And
nobody can predict football. I can't say that when tough time comes to crumble. I don't really know. I can't say, but I know that from the few games that I've seen, I don't think it's a fluke. I don't think it's something that over time they will start losing it and everything. Like surely they will lose a couple of games, but I don't think it's a fluke. I feel like if the tough games come, they are going to bring the game to their opponents. And whatever the result they get, it's no problem. But I don't see them getting beaten easily and everything. You understand what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I can't really say that, Bournemouth was an easy fixture, but Crystal Palace is a really good team and they should beat them to clean sheets. Crystal Palace
Start of the season.
No, I don't agree with that. Nothing like start of the season. Some of them were starting the season now. Arsenal didn't play a game before them. They played their first match together, so I don't that's not an excuse to me, Sha. But anyways, their football is looking really convincing. And I almost said it before the season started that I don't see Chelsea finishing on top of Arsenal because I've said it from the last season. I think Moyo, you can remember when we were having this argument that what Arteta is doing in Arsenal is really doing a good job. And over time, you guys will see what he's really trying to build. So right from last season, they've really been convincing me, and I think they'll continue this season. I think they'll do well this season.
Okay, sorry, let me quickly shift this in. So something about Arsenal so far in Arteta's reign is they tend to have a certain period where there is like a loss of balance, right?
Yeah,
So last season they lost their first three matches, and then there was a point where Arsenal were so good, we actually thought we were going to finish third, right?
yeah,
Before
yeah.
they dropped off to Tottenham, before Conte's revival with Tottenham came around, and then they later lost out. So I feel these guys are good. Honestly, I do not expect them to finish anything less than top four. Honest, in all due honesty, but I really feel in relation to winning the title, I feel like they're still like kind of a long shot away from it. Maybe in the next two seasons, maybe, or next season probably. But this season, I feel it might just be like a little bit premature, given the fact that Europa League is still at the edge, and when it comes thick and fast. Like you have to play to round 32 and all of that. Except they do not want to pay attention to that. And actually, I don't see any reason why Arsenal don't want to pay attention to Europa League, because it's not like they expect to win the league and then they can put all their focus on the league.
Yeah.
But they don't expect to win the Europa League now.
So saying that I think Arsenal is a very good team. Like Pelly said, like I absolutely believe they're a very good team. But I feel winning the title, yeah, it's just a
No,
little
that's
bit
too much
too
now.
much for them
Come
right
on,
now.
like I can't believe we asked that question.
No, generally, any team can win the title.
No,
I
nothing like
said,
that.
in
Nothing
fact,
like
let
that.
me,
It's
let
not
me,
City and Liverpool there, I don't think so.
I think that Pep is in this mindset where he's like been there, done that, something like that. So I think his main focus will be on the Champions League this season. So
Well, we
yeah,
still win the league.
somebody might
Let's not
sneak
lie
up
to
on him.
ourselves.
Jesse now, why?
Arsenal can win the league.
Okay,
Something
let's
about Pep.
move.
Something about Pep, sorry,
Uh,
is like no matter how much, he never loses focus on the league. Like all through so far in his career, like it's like the league is a sports thing. Because when it comes to Champions League, it's a very crazy cup, right? Sometimes you need luck. Sometimes it's just one
Yeah,
player that you have that can change everything for you. Like you could be playing badly and then a player decides to score a 30-yard goal and then you're in the semi-finals, right? See Benzema last season and the number of clutch performances he had when or Courtois, like when the keeper suddenly decides to like keep almost everything that's coming towards him. So we have to go to
I
focus on
mean,
the league.
Pep can only win a tournament that his team is the best in. So let's move on. What's your score prediction, Jesse?
my score prediction
Nice one.
is Fulham 2, Arsenal 1.
This guy
Your mouth.
never won league as Arsenal.
Pelly, what's your score
Wait,
prediction? Okay, Jesse.
Mitrovic is going to give that defense tough time with his aerial prowess and he's good.
But Jesse, you know Arsenal is at
Yeah, he's
home.
going to give them a tough time.
Jesse, you know Arsenal is at home.
Yeah. Mitrovic loves playing in Emirates. Yeah.
Pelly, what's your score prediction?
I think it's not good. I think it's going to be close, but I still say Arsenal winning 3-1. So yeah, I'll go for Arsenal 3-1.
Okay, but
Yeah, I think I'll go with Freddy 3-1. I see some problems from Mitrovic, but I think Arsenal still have enough in the tank right now. They're still so hot to still be a win.
okay, I'm going for 3 to Arsenal. So let's just talk about Spurs and then we'll call it a day. I mean, we just talk about our groups in Champions League and Europa League. But then let's just talk about Spurs. I mean, Jesse, just summarize Spurs season and what's this? Why laughing? And
it's snuck in Europa League like we wouldn't notice.
Don't say it is pride now. Like,
I mean, Jesse, this season I'm going to like really focus on Europa League because I really want to let them go to the final.
I think that's what the next plan will be.
Like, I really want to let them go to the final. At least I can watch them. So I can watch them live.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
Yeah.
But apart from that, some more.
Yeah.
Oh, you can watch them live. Where would they be playing the Europa League?
They're playing in our country.
Budapest. Yeah.
In the country that's going. So.
Oh,
that's
so
just
you're in Budapest.
You want to watch My U? Hey,
yeah.
God.
Okay, Budapest is close to where you are, right?
Yeah, that's our capital.
No, it's like that's the country. That's the country itself.
Hungary. Yeah.
Oh, is that where you are? That's nice.
That's where I at school, yeah. But I'm in Nigeria right now, so
Okay. That would be nice
Yeah.
to see Man U lose.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine the tears.
Like, Mo,
Yeah.
don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, I think the worst thing is if it's Arsenal that are playing in France. No,
I'm telling you, say this live.
Please,
Live.
Jesse, I asked a question. Please, can you summarize sports season and what Conte has been doing?
Okay. I think sports season right now is a bit of up and down at the moment. But I just think Conte is just trying to sort out his team and know who are to like remove the players are not going to be in a starting 11 from those that will be in a starting 11. So it's just an adjustment period. But I think when he picks his final first 11, then you'll be able to see the team perform like better. Because I know they are getting like nice results, but it looks as if they are still struggling a bit. Like, so you can see Son has not scored. I don't think he has registered a goal or an assist this season. And Kane is he's not fine at his best. But I think over time, when his team have like
Kane has to
acclimatized
go
to each
now.
other, he has only
Like,
two goals.
performances, right?
But normally,
Performances
Kane
like
doesn't score in first week of.
Well, nobody
Yeah,
not score in August.
yes, it doesn't. It
True, he
doesn't.
doesn't
Yeah,
score in
yeah.
August. But okay, I might not remove Kane. Remove Kane. Then let's use Son because Son has not.
Jesse, you know we're backing Kane to score above Haaland this season. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why
definitely. I know that one for sure. But I think when he just finds out
Haaland
his
I
first
don't
team.
think he'll score with Haaland, Sha.
What did you say?
So if Haaland stays fit, I don't think he'll score with Haaland.
That's the thing. See, Pelly, that's the thing. If Haaland stays fit, if we can play 30 games this season, Haaland will score more than Kane. But I'm telling Paula that Haaland will. I'm telling Kane that Haaland will not play more than 20 games.
But you know, like City has a very good distance. What is because
Nobody should be telling me that. Nobody should be telling me that.
If comes right back, I'll score Haaland.
What do you say? What do you say, Abeg? Did I hear bro?
Nah. Don't
worry.
Don't
create chance for a man, Jiva.
Anthony Marshall.
No. Kovacic is back. So
yeah.
But as I was
saying,
I just think that when he sorts out his first 11, you can see he's still deliberating who is going to be starting left wing back between Perisic and Ryan Sessegnon.
Yeah.
I can still see he's still deliberating different positions on the pitch. So I just think when he sorts out his first 11, he'll be able to start putting in good performances and high scoring results.
Okay, so not time for us score prediction, you guys. Bola, can you start?
Score prediction, 4-0, Hurricane hat-trick.
4-0. Do you say 4-0?
Yep.
Fairly.
They go to beat them, man. They will call it like I think 4-0.
Jesse.
I don't think they'll beat them that much. I think it will end 2-1 Spurs.
I feel like not time for us at all.
Not time for us are not that bad.
What do you say?
They're not that bad.
They're not that bad, but like they've had easy.
And they have the signings. They've made the signings.
They're not that bad, but I feel like they've been able to like go this far as a result of number one. Anderson has like been turning up for them, right? And then they get to concede so many chances. Like they concede so many chances, and then somehow they are clearing the ball away from the line. Or Anderson is keeping the penalty.
Okay. What if tomorrow they clear everything and then they don't win 2-1?
How the ones that the one thief
they can't clear everything. I think Son should get his first goal.
High.
I feel like
high scoring.
I feel like I enjoyed this guy's own game. Not here for us. I'm going to give them to win 2-1 against Spurs.
You are just a clown.
I swear.
Even me, I didn't go that far.
No, but I actually enjoyed that football. I'm not going to lie.
Their football is not that spectacular.
What's enjoyable in what not
Like,
happened?
Yeah,
like,
it's not that.
bro, why
It's
you
like
doing
you can
that?
see, like there's no connection between the attack and the
Exactly.
Honestly, right?
Lingard
Like
is-
when you sign
Lingard is-
13
That,
new
Lingard
players,
is so
that's why I feel like they really struggle this season because they're just signing players like that they know how to
Yeah.
play together at all.
they've signed 16
Like that's why
players
it
also.
worked. Yes, man.
And you
Still
can see
now,
that
bro.
Lingard
No,
Lingard
I
is a senior
I
man.
think he's 17. They
going
just signed,
forward
they
to
signed
wait for
someone
the ball.
today.
Like,
They signed someone
I
today.
don't-
He's
okay.
making it 17.
Can we talk about okay, now let's talk about Champions League before we go. But how do you see Man City's group? I mean, who's your group safe?
I mean, pretty straightforward.
Dortmund.
Sevilla, Dortmund, and
Dortmund, Sevilla.
what's the name?
That's a
Dortmund,
tough group.
Sevilla, and one more team.
Come on.
Please, who's the
Dortmund
last
lost for
team?
9 minutes. I think it's one some Arabian team or something. I'm not sure.
I think sorry, that skips my mind now. But yeah, I think it should be pretty much straightforward. So I don't have anything.
Okay.
Sevilla is not.
Okay.
Sevilla is not playing well. They've lost. Sevilla has lost. Sorry, who did it? Sorry, they only brought to school this season, right?
Copenhagen.
And then they lost like 2 players. Okay, yeah. First. Can you guys hear me? Or is Moyo intentionally not talking? Because
No,
he knows
no,
I'm going to.
This thing. So Bola, your group of death in Champions League.
Oh, of course. It has to be Barca, Bayern, Inter, and the unfortunate last team that
Victoria Pilsen.
that came to be the scapegoats for so that whenever probably Bayern trashes Inter can transfer aggression on them and then like that pass them around like that. But actually, I just have a feeling that if Barca does not take like very good, how would I say it's very good handle of that game, they might be surprised where they will end up. That group is exactly like Bayern. I know Bayern is going to top that group. Like Bayern is going to wipe all of them almost set.
Okay.
Barca always
Jesse. Jesse, your group. How do you see your group?
I think
AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dynamo Zagreb.
I think our group should be straightforward, like the standard of which Chelsea are at compared to those teams.
I mean, Salzburg is a good team, so that's a tough group.
They're a good team, but I think it should be still straightforward. If Chelsea cannot like win that group, I don't think we even deserve to be in Champions League. I know AC Milan will give us a tough time, but I was watching an AC Milan game and I saw their left back striking. I don't know what was going on. So I think
Hernandez, that's how he plays.
Hernandez, he comes to strike.
I'm telling you, it's almost like that.
So I expect us to beat that convincingly. So yeah.
Sorry, but this guy just made a statement now, Klopp, and it's just so funny. The guy announced that Liverpool are about to sign a new midfielder, and he was like, "Yes, I am the one who said we don't need a midfielder, but I was wrong. We are going for a midfielder now."
So let's see. We're expecting activity from Liverpool then.
Yeah,
Jesse. Jesse, so your group of death, do you agree with what
I think that's the most difficult group, but the group I'm most excited to see is PSG's group. I think it's going to be Benfica played in the qualifiers. They played good football, so I think they are going to be a dark horse in that group. I think they're going to give those teams tough time. And Di Maria has played for all 3 of those teams, so it should be an interesting match to see.
I see PSG actually winning the group stage. I don't think they have issues qualifying from the group stages.
Yeah, but there are banana skills in football. So Juventus are playing good football and they are signing good players. And Benfica are also a good team. So that should be an interesting game to see.
Okay, Pelly, we're coming to
Yeah.
Europa League now. Just talk about United's group. United, Real Sociedad, Sheriff, and Omonia. Omo.
I don't even know how like I don't know anything there, like bro.
Eh?
I don't even know any team in that group.
Don't know
Real
Real
Sociedad
Sociedad.
now.
I think I think I know Sheriff. I think that the ones that
Sheriff, they have beat Real Madrid once.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
I remember.
So,
So
your
what's the
group of
question?
I said, what do you think about the group and your group of dates in Europa League?
Well,
um
Man should be finishing first in that group. And I can't really say the group of dates in Europa League. Like I don't even know the groups. I'm not even interested. I don't know. I can't say. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. I think Man should finish first in their group, and I also think the group of death. I think group of death is going to be Arsenal's group. I mean, Arsenal is with Arsenal, PSV, Bodo, and Zurich. I just feel like Bodo and PSG are really tough group, are really tough opponents for Arsenal. And also, Group F is looking bad. So Lazio, Feyenoord, Midtjylland, and Strom. Oh, whoever wins, I beg. Europa League is a dead league. I don't even know what man is doing there. But at
they
least,
keep they keep
if they,
You
if,
know what I'm doing there.
I mean, if
You
they
know
come
how
to
you
the,
got there.
if they go to
where
the,
were you when your mates were fighting for top four?
so you guys, we've come to the
No,
end of
leave
the
me more.
show.
You
We've
know how
come to
you
the end
got
of the
there.
show. Thank you for watching us again, and Bola, any send off?
Okay, thank you guys for tuning in and always trying to listen. It's going to be an exciting weekend again. Make sure you set your FPL. And hopefully we have an FPL league of ours here so that people can join. Aside that, nice to be here again. Thank you.
Okay, and Pelly.
Yeah, safe, yo.
What the fuck,
Je-
this guy?
Jesse.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and I hope Arsenal lose. Have a great weekend, guys.
Okay, so you guys like, share, subscribe, and I promise you we'll be back here on Monday. Monday we're going to
Just
do
yo.
shit. Monday we're going to do a preview and a post view and a preview because there's going to be Premier League matches during the week. So
Yeah.
you guys should enjoy your games tomorrow, enjoy your day, and enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.
Safe, yo.
Safe, y'all.